So here I am back at the park. This is the park where I started my first video on January the 1st, and I thought I'd come back here just because it's bigger than the other one I've been running around. You know, the one where I was timing my sort of running ability, and it's just a bigger park. It's a bit nicer to run around, and I thought I'd do a few laps, maybe do 1 or 2 laps around here, see how long it takes me to get round. But yeah, I've been trying to do basically about 1 run, 1 cycle run and 1 swim per week. So just really been trying to increase those gradually and set some goals. And I am at the point where with the swimming I'm up to about 26 lengths, so that's improved quite a lot. I started, it was only about 6 lengths, and cycling I'm up to about 45 minutes, covered about 7 miles, and the running I'm up to about 20 minutes so far, and I managed 1.73 miles, which is about 2,800 meters. So I'm going to try and improve that. And I used to like a distance of about 5 kilometers, which is about 3 miles. So I'm trying to kind of build up to that distance again, just trying to really build up to some of those, build up the stamina on some of those, you know, distances and times. And I'm still stretching every day, trying to improve the flexibility, which I feel is getting a little bit better. My back's feeling a bit better as well. So everything seems to be going to plan. I feel like I'm losing weight. So I'm going to do another March update so you can see my progress, do another progress report. So I'm just going to give this park just have a run round it, and I'll check back in a second. All right, so I've made it round. I've done 2 laps of this park. I started where that life rubber ring thing is. So when I walked around here, I did it in about 25 minutes. When I went round the 1st of January, it took me 24-25 minutes to walk round. Took me 25 minutes to run round. So it means my running pace is about twice as fast as my walking pace, which is good. So yeah, I was pleased with that. It's about the furthest I've run in a while. So I also did it on the running app as well. I gave the running app another go. So it will tell me, for example, my distance, my time, and my running pace. So I'm by the lake again. You probably remember that if you saw my first video on the 1st of Jan. So yeah, duck's still making a noise as usual. And it's definitely a nice park to run around. There's the boats I showed you last time. So yeah, it's a good park. I will say a couple of things. Definitely the surface is better than running on the road. It's just that little bit softer. And you also got the option, you can see, if you look behind me, you've got the option of running on the grass as well. So I've been doing that. Been running on the grass as well as on the main surface. And it's because it's kind of gritty, sandy, it's softer on your feet. So this is one of the things you've got to bear in mind when you're doing a lot of running, is the surface is going to affect your feet. Because every time you run on, for example, pavement, concrete, it's an impact on your feet, your ankles, your knees. They all take it, your hips. So again, if you can run on a good surface, a slightly softer surface like grass, or this, what I'm walking on now, it's kind of gravelly. It's a bit easier on your joints and all. And the other thing is shoes. So I've still not bought a new pair of running trainers. The old running trainers I've got are okay. They're still kind of okay, but they're just kind of torn and they're getting a bit old, so I really need to get another pair. But I can tell this is paying off. So I did 2.22 miles. So that's over 3,000 meters. So that's improving a lot. It's a long time since I've run that kind of distance, and I felt pretty good. And yesterday, for example, I know this exercise routine I've been doing has been paying off. I've been averaging about 3 times a week. Like I say, 1 swim, 1 run, one cycling session. And I just feel like when I exert myself, my heart rate comes down quickly after, and I don't feel out of puff afterwards. Before, when I'd run for 2 minutes and I feel, God, that's enough. I'd aching and puffing and blowing. I just run 25 minutes and I feel fine. You know, as soon as I stopped, my breath is normal, heart rate feels kind of come down to normal. So it's paying off. And to prove it, last night I needed to pop out to the shop. Now I knew the shop closed at 10 on a Sunday, and it was literally 5 minutes to. Now it normally takes me about 7-8 minutes to walk to the shop. I thought, stuff it, I'm going to run. And I ran, and I get there just as the automatic door was shutting, and the shopkeeper said, "You've got 1 minute." So I said, cool, because that's all I need. So I went in there and bought what I needed to buy, came out. As I walked out the shop, I thought to myself, you know what? I wouldn't have been able to do that in December or January. 2-3 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to run to the shop. I wouldn't have made it. I would have walked. And what would have happened? I would have got there, it would have been closed. So it does pay off. So my advice to anyone is keep it up. You see me not taking giant steps. I'm just plodding along, doing my bit 3 times a week. I'm only running once a week. I'm only cycling once and swimming once, and they're all improving. So even doing those 3 disciplines once a week each, it's making a big difference. I feel better. I feel like I'm losing weight as well. I feel more nimble, more supple. I've not had a go on the activity sections that I mentioned last time I was in this park. There's things like pull-ups bars, dip bars, place where you can sort of hang and do stuff. And I'm not doing anything like that yet. As I say, I'm not going to do anything like related to kind of weights or muscle building at the moment. I'm just concentrating trying to slim down. So I can't wait to get back to the gym and start doing the weights as well. But yeah, that's for another day. So yeah, I really enjoyed today. Felt I'm definitely making improvement. So yeah. So anyway, I'll catch up with you again soon, and I'll explain a bit more about other things in another video. But that's enough for today. You can see just about to see the pull-up bars behind me. Yeah, just to add, they're the pull-up bars I was talking about. So, like I said before I start doing those, I'm going to do some lat pull downs. So, yeah, they're for another video. Oh, another thing I was going to add. When I did the first lap, I felt like I was flying. I went around really quick, about 12.5 minutes. And I got the second lap, I got about halfway round, and I started to really struggle. I just felt really hard to maintain the pace, and that's kind of, all right. Marathon runners talk about hitting the wall at 18 miles. Obviously I'm not doing anything like that kind of level, but it's all relative. So for me, that was a wall. That's probably the furthest I've run for a while. And when you feel that, it kind of bites, and you start struggling, your pace slows, your breath quickens, you feel aches and pains, your body's not used to it. You just got to slow down a little bit and keep going. So that's what I did. And then I kind of picked up a bit of speed again. And by the time I got to the end of the second lap, I was fine. So that first lap was easy. Lap 1.5, if you like, halfway around the second, that's when the pain kind of bit. And that's when I just kept pushing, slowed my pace a little, just kept going, and I made it round no problem to the end of the second lap. So that's the point. You might feel like giving up or walking, but see how you feel. If you think you can go on, you know, go on. But if you can't, you can't. But that was my experience, and I just kept going. I got there in the end. Okay, so I'm back home now, just having a cup of tea, back in the office. And it was just one thing I wanted to clarify. I've just had a look at the footage, And I just want to point out that when I said I walked around in 25 minutes, that was basically one lap of the park. So today I ran round twice. So I walked around on the 1st of January. Once took me 25 minutes. Today took me 25 minutes to run round twice. So that's what I meant when I said my running pace is about twice my walking pace. So yeah, I tried the app. So looking at that, I did 2.22 miles. Now, if you want to work that out in meters, what you do, you need a calculator, and you do 2.22 times 1,625 meters. Now, that's because there's 1,625 meters in a mile. So that gives 2.2 miles is 3,607.5 meters. So about 3,600 meters. So that's improved because my last attempt was about 2,800 meters. I'm trying to work up to about 5k, which is 5,000 meters, about 3 miles. So that's what I'm working towards, and it does feel like it's getting better every time. The app also tells me that I'm running at the pace of about 11-minute, 35-minute miles. Now, that is something that runners use a lot, minute miles. As you get faster, that decreases. So, for example, if you can run 7-minute miles, that's fast. That's a lot faster than what I'm running. 7-8-minute miles. I'm running about 11.5-minute miles, but that time per mile is staying about the same, but my distance is increasing. So yeah, that's what happens when you run longer distances. It gets harder to maintain the same pace. But if you run a shorter distance, you can do a faster time than that over a short distance. It also tells me, because it plugs in, you plug in your weight, and I put my weight in. It told me how many calories I'm burning. So I burnt 267 calories when I ran today, and I noticed if I go for a walk for about 35-40 minutes, I burn about the same. Obviously, it's a longer amount of time, but it's less intense, so I'm burning about the same amount of calories. So you can keep a kind of estimate on what you're burning per day. If you're trying to burn 250 calories a day, you know that's going to help with weight loss. But yeah, I just thought I'd clear that up, and I'm going to do that March update video soon, so be sure to check back for that, and please like and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.